Yeah. Yeah. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good? English man still, buddy. Yeah, we here. Not tell them. You already here. Yeah. What is up? We in here. We are in here. We in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. Shout out to Plant Poppy. Yes, we are here. We are here. Let me make sure I greet everybody that's in here and everything. Come on, yo, the president of the Black Panther fan group. Yes, we are in here. We in here. Y'all see the title. Coogler Clarification. Felt like I needed to, you know, you know, there might be some confusion. You know what I'm saying? You know, might be some confusion and everything like that. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? And when you know how you feel, you confident. You know what I'm saying? You able to speak on it and everything. You should never feel like it's beneath you to clarify some stuff. That's what I'm talking about right now. Clarify some stuff. So I want to do that. I want to clarify some stuff and everything like that because I understand confusion can be what it is. Especially when we talk to social media. Especially when we talk to social media. Confusion can be what it is. So Ryan Coogler, right? The writer, director, congratulations on Sinners and everything like that. Great movie and everything like that. Nobody from that I've talked to has been, and I read the plot. Wasn't a bad plot. So I don't have anything bad to say about Sinners. See there? See there? See how that go? Read the plot, able to look at it. Still ain't made it to the movie yet. Me and the missus had to take care of some business. So I'm able to look and say, okay, all right, that's all right right there. That's all right. Now, that's me not being biased. That's me being able to be objective, me being able to sit there and look at that has nothing to do with whether because see, I don't know Ryan Coogler. I don't know him personally. I cannot judge his character because I don't know him personally. I ain't never sat down, talked to him. I ain't grow up with him. I don't know his people. I don't know anything personal about Ryan Coogler. Thus, I cannot tell you I like Ryan Coogler. No differently than I can't tell you I dislike Ryan Coogler because I don't know that man. We get stuff like that confused. I don't know Ryan Coogler. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I don't know if anybody else know him or not. I don't know him. I don't know if you know him. I don't know him. We ain't hung out. We ain't played spades together. We ain't been together in no backyard barbecue or anything like that. I ain't picked him up. I don't know him. I don't. So I can't say he's a bad person. He's an evil person. He's a great person. He's a saintly person. I don't know him. I'm going to say that again. I don't know him. I can't speak for nobody else. I'm speaking for me. I don't know him. All I know are his works, his work of art. That's all I know. That's it. His work of art. That's all I'm able to do. Now, if I go down this thing right here, I'm able to be objective. I hope you are too. Everybody not able to do that, and that's okay. So I go here and I'm saying, because shout out to my brother Darryl, because he always has to correct me on this and everything like that, because I always get it wrong. So let me go down here and take a look right here. And so I look movies. I got Sinners. And you ain't hear me say nothing bad about Sinners. I got Black Panther. I got Wakanda Forever. I got Fruitvale Station. Y'all ever heard me say anything bad about Fruitvale Station? No, okay. I got Creed. I got Judas and the Black Messiah. Did y'all hear me say anything bad about either Creed or Judas and the Black Messiah? Creed 3, Creed 2. I ain't seen Locks yet. I'm gonna have to check that out. Anthem. Fig, wrong answer. He had something to do with Space Jam New Legacy. I don't know. Anyway. I'm laughing about that one because I don't think any of us got anything positive to say about, except everybody got paid. Everybody got paid. That said, Ryan Coogler, like I said, I don't know him personally, but the works of art, or I'm able to look at that and judge that as a fan, as a knowledgeable fan, right? Okay, so what are we saying bad about Fruitvale Station? It's based on real life events. Black Messiah, it's based on real life events. Okay. Well, what are we looking at when we look at Creed? Did you like the movie? Yes or no? It's either yes or no. Did you like the character, Adonis? That's yes or no. Did you like Michael B. Jordan's performance as Apollo Creed's son? That's yes or no. Did you like the story surrounding Apollo Creed? That's a fair question. What was the difference between Apollo Creed, Rocky, and Apollo Creed, Creed? We come to find out he got an outside child. That didn't have to be written like that, but it was. We didn't have any other way to explain Adonis. We're saying we didn't have any other way to explain Adonis. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to ask the question. Prior to Creed, had any of us, Generation X, baby boomers, seen his children? No. So Adonis easily could have been his son from his wife. It wasn't written like that. That's a fair critique. That ain't got nothing to do with whether or not you like Ryan Coogler or not. No, that's a fair critique because that's a trope. That's a trope. And if you can articulate it, you're not saying you don't like Ryan Coogler. You're saying, hey, dude, what's going on with this? That's fair. But folks that like Ryan Coogler, you don't know the man. Just like I don't know him. You want me to like him. I can't like somebody I don't know. You want me to just like what he's writing. I'm sorry. I got a degree that says I'm supposed to know better. I got history of reading comic books for damn near 50 years that says I'm supposed to know better. I'm supposed to be able to objectively critique whatever somebody doing. I'm a Rocky fan. This ain't got a damn thing to do with whether or not I like Ryan Coogler. I'm going to say it one more time. I don't know him. I don't know him. I know his works. All right. Well, that's Creed. That's a trope. Whether you like Creed is neither here nor there. That's a trope. That's a trope. Then we get this other part. There's an issue with the judicial system. Adonis has a run-in with the law. Why? Well, why? Why is that part of his backstory? I cannot get away from that. Once again, that's a trope. So we got the boy born, you got the child, the son, born out of wedlock who has run-ins with the law. That's a trope. What for? When we watched Rocky, were there any outside children with Rocky? Were there any outside children with Rocky? No, Rocky had his child with his wife. While him and his son didn't have the best relationship, was there any law issues with his son? Was his son having issues with the police? No, his son was struggling as what? A restaurant owner. You want me to say that again? Rocky's sitting right there. We don't see Adrian. She gone. But ain't no child born out of wedlock. Rocky ain't even have no child on Adrian after she passed away. No, that's it. His son, while he's struggling with his own self-confidence, he ain't out there in the streets. As a matter of fact, when do you get Rocky's son? Right there in the Rocky movie, when Rocky fighting old boy, Tommy, come on, Dad. Come on, you see that. he rooting his dad on. That's what you see. He ain't having no run-ins with the law. So what you telling me? I can't get that? I'm just supposed to expect this, huh? That's a fair critique. That's a fair critique. I grew up watching Rocky movies. I was hurt when Apollo Creed took that dirt nap with Drago. I didn't like that. I was mad as I don't know what. You get me geeked up and everything. Here come James Brown. Living in America, eye to eye, nation to nation. Then I got to see my boy laying on the ground. No, I wasn't cool with that. I wasn't cool with that. So, did I say I dislike Ryan Coogler? No, I'm telling you, I got a problem with his writing when it pertains to certain movies. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm saying I got a problem with his writing as it pertains to certain movies. You can agree to disagree. You can, but it ain't like I'm lying. You just don't like what I'm saying because you like a dude you don't know. And you want me to look past the plot holes. Why? You're not asking me to look past the plot holes in Batman Forever. You're not asking me to look past the plot holes in Flashpoint. So why I gotta look past the plot holes over here? Because he a brother? I get it. I get it, but I think that would make me part of the problem and not part of the solution. Because I ain't. If I tell you Batman versus Superman was effed up, you're not questioning my judgment. You like, you know what, he got a point. But if I sit up here and I critique the black, because he ain't the only person I've critiqued. And mind you, folks think I know what I'm talking about when I be critiquing other folk. Okay, well, what is it? I shouldn't critique him over here? Why not? All right, so we got that out the way, right? Cool. Like I said, I don't know him. I know his works. And I'm still trying to figure out who Njobu is. I get it. I found out last night Don McGregor created him. But once again, Njobu was a trope. The whole thing in regards to Njobu and T'Chaka was a trope. Brother deleting brother, or brother that don't exist in the comic books, replacing the brother that's an honorable brother in the comic books So why couldn't I get the two brothers like that? Knowing that the older brother got deleted in Civil War, why didn't I get the imagery of the, you know how we got in Fresh Prince Bel-Air? You remember Will's mom, she sent him to Philadelphia to stay with her sister and Uncle Phil? Yeah. Well, why I didn't get that where the uncle is raising the daughter and oh my God, why not? Why I couldn't get that? What was wrong? What's wrong with that image? And why am I wrong for asking for it? Why is anybody wrong for asking for it when they know better? What was that image in Jobu? What was that? Who was that for? Did that make the Black Panther, the first Black Panther movie, more compelling? Did I need that? Did I need the Ghost versus Canaan angle to get me invested? Once again, that was a trope. Did I need the Nino Brown G Money angle to get me invested? Because that's what I got in Creed 3. Did I need Adonis? They couldn't be best friends. The police got to be involved. This all I got? No. Y'all can't, y'all know. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. No, we're not gonna keep doing that. No, we got a right to ask fair questions. We got a right to ask fair questions. This would be good. What's going on? Now tell them, Kamoyo King, what's going on with Grand Madam Tara? What's going on? Ask Janet. Why how Coogler keeps on repeating himself, especially in MCU content. I'm just, it ain't even, does that make Tyreek T'Challa? It ain't. As Jadix, to your point, it's not even about that. It's like there's so much. I just want us to be responsible. I just want us to have some type of integrity and not want to. Man, you can feel how you feel, but when you out here in this lane, keep your feelings at the house. I see people pushing a narrative. I saw somebody today, came across my timeline, that folks trust because they're not going to do it themselves. And he's on the, well, you're not a real comic book fan if you're critiquing Ironheart bandwagon. And I listened to this dude did a TikTok video, and I'm looking at the TikTok video and I'm like, well, if you don't read the comic books, you don't know what he's saying. It's a bunch of bullshit. But if you don't read the comic books, because he talks so matter-of-factly, you will just go along with it. This dude is literally saying what's taking place in the series took place in the comics. He's literally saying her Mark III armor in the MCU is taken out of her origin story. The problem with that, which is, I'm looking at us. The problem with that is that he's comparing her Mark I armor in the comics to her Mark III armor in the MCU. Why are you doing that? What is that for? You know damn good and well that ain't right. But you gonna get on social media, TikTok, your platform, because you speak so damn matter-of-factly, and because to a degree, y'all be beefing, bullying people and everything like that. So some folks are gonna feel like they gotta go along with what you're saying, or you gonna discredit them. No. Tell the truth. Don't switch it up to fit your narrative and everything. That's the problem right now with us. We don't want to tell the truth because we want to be liked. We want to be popular. No. You know damn good and well if you read the comic books, Riri Williams ain't hood, but you're not going to tell people that. Why not? Why not? What is it? What is it worth? What is it that? What is it about at the end of the day that we got to go so damn hard to misrepresent? For what? You can like Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler, throughout all his film projects, has a trope, and he keeps that trope going regardless of what genre of movie he's writing. That's a fair assessment. That trope don't need to be there in every project he does. Riri Williams is hood. Where did we open up Black Panther? In the hood. Look at all his projects. Hood. What for? Riri Williams is not from the hood. You're going to have people that's going to tell you that, but then you need to ask yourself why. Especially when the comic books sit right there. Ryan Coogler is immensely talented. That don't make him perfect. He has a specific writing style. Quite a few writers do. Well, his writing style don't fit every genre. That's with every writer. But it doesn't mean that just because folks call it out, they hate no Ryan Coogler. We don't know him. You don't know him either. On Ironheart, first, the MCU project takes a lot of deviations from 616. But second, wait, Riri, a hero a decade old, is the one whose canon should be respected, not T'Challa, not the Hulk, who have 60 years. James Rhodes. James Rhodes sit right there. Now, it's amazing how the folks that will say, go ahead and jump on with Riri Williams won't talk about James Rhodes. They won't even talk about how problematic the character is. And see, that's what bothers me in and of itself. Everything that's black ain't good. Everything that's white ain't bad. But we want to, some of us want to play it like that. No, that's not. That imagery, and we don't even give a damn about our imagery. Just give us anything black and we'll consume it. No, 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 no. And nobody's asking us to think. No, folks, just it's a broad stroke. It's a broad paintbrush. If you don't like Ironheart and you white, you're a racist. If you don't like Ironheart and you not white, you don't read comics. How about this one? The ones that are going to call Ironheart woke and DEI, those are the racists. The ones that are telling you not to check for anything in regards to Ironheart, just consume it because it's black, they sleep. They got something to get up out of it. They just want you to consume content so they can have something for y'all to talk about. What you finna talk about? Because now one of them, they can't explain. Okay, here we go. If I mention one of them names, they're going to be upset. But based on what you're doing on your platform, you're not going to the hood for a job interview. Based on what you got going on your platform, you're not going to the hood for a job interview because you're above that based on what you got going on your platform. No, you're looking for the job interview somewhere in a commercial district. That's what that is. So why are you trying to convince other folks to believe that Riri Williams is supposed to be looking for a job in the hood? That's bad writing. Dominique Thorne looks more like Riri Williams in her interviews than she does when she's doing the show. Talk about it. Why does Riri Williams look like she hard as hell? She a Dora? Talk about it. Speak on our Black women in the MCU and how they're being mistreated, how they're being misrepresented. See, that ain't a dig at a specific writer. No, that's a dig at the representation of our Black queens, which is one of the problems when it comes to Riri Williams. You know damn good and well, if you read comics like folks claim they do, that ain't the character from the comic books. It's not. And if Ryan Coogler is a comic book fan, he knows that. So then the question would be asked, well, why, if Ryan Coogler is such a comic book fan, why is he deviating from the comic books like that? That's a fair question. His name is attached to it. We supposed to get geeked to watch it because his name is attached to it. Why? Because he's Black? Okay. Well, if I'm supposed to get geeked because he's attached to it because he's Black, then as a Black fan, I have a right to ask Black questions. You can't make me feel bad because I'm asking them Black questions. Just like I ain't pressed to make you feel bad for not asking those Black questions. But those are Black questions. They're real questions. She ain't from the hood. Why is that where she got to be portrayed from? She's had a father and a stepfather in her life. Why ain't we talking about that? Why that don't matter? She was able to backwards engineer, I think it was his Mach 47 armor, without the aid of Wakanda. Why does she need Wakanda to help her in designing the suit of armor? She can't do it for herself. Because that's what happened in the comics, right? She did it for herself. So am I wrong for pointing that out? Am I wrong for expecting that as a comic book fan? If Ryan Coogler is a comic book fan, why is her suit of armor based on Japanese animation and not American innovation? See how we do that? Is that me taking a dig at the writer? Does that sound like I don't read comic books? Or is it me asking critical questions as a Black comic book fan? Folks want everyone to plug back into the matrix. Like, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. They holding on tight to a sinking ship. The Kamoya King, never make your entertainment so central to your psychic personality. I ain't doing that. I agree wholeheartedly. So I'm just, now mind you, this is a free country. You can do what you want to do. You absolutely can. But why go so hard to besmirch those that aren't doing what you're doing when they can articulate why? That's the thing. Why go so hard? Let's not say that those who aren't excited about Ironheart, let's not be so quick to use that broad paintbrush to say that they're either racist or they don't read comics. How about we say some of those folks don't agree with the character's representation in the MCU? That's a fair statement. Regardless of who they are, ethnicity, gender, orientation, religious belief. No, some people know who that character is and they don't have an agenda to push. They're not stands. They're not just going to consume content just to consume it. No, they're critical thinkers. Not everybody that's not going to consume Ironheart has an issue with Ryan Coogler personally. No, some of those people are going to celebrate his achievements over here while being able to critically, constructively criticize him with his other projects. That's fair. If you want to promote all his projects, your choice. You want to promote all of the MCU's projects, absolutely your choice, unequivocally. I'm not doing that. I'm not, and I'm not the only one. I'm not going to do that. I'm a critical thinker. I'm going to question what I'm bringing into my spirit, regardless of if it looks like me, resembles me, looks like somebody else, resembles somebody else. I'm not going to bring that into me. Also, when it comes to our imagery, our representation, our love, our loyalty, I'm going to leave you with this, because Grace says it best. The representation you settle for is the representation you get. I'm about all our Black superheroes, as I know quite a few of us are. I'm not throwing one over the balcony to save the other ones. No, they all coming along for the ride. That's just what that is. But if we're going to do this thing where we're talking about holding it down for all of our characters, here's the challenge that I'm going to throw out there. Now, mind you, I'm where I'm at. That line is drawn in the sand. No T'Challa, no dollar. That ain't got to be everybody's sentiment. It don't. You want to continue to consume MCU content. Hey, that's on you. But if you saying you Black, you down for the culture, you got two jobs. One of them you signed up for voluntarily. That's to keep consuming MCU content. That other job you were born with. Now, whether or not you're going to do it is something totally different. You owe it to your people to keep them educated. You do. See, if you're going to tell your brothers and sisters to consume MCU content, then you owe it to those same brothers and sisters to tell them what's going on with that MCU content. See, don't just leave it to me and mine to say that what's going on with Riri Williams in the MCU is very different from what's going on with her in the comic books. You're going to continue to support the MCU, you need to be able to tell them what's going on with the griot in the MCU and how that's a slap in the face to the griot in Marvel comic books. You're going to keep consuming MCU content. Don't leave it up to me to talk about the differences between Sam Wilson in the comic books and Sam Wilson in the MCU. See, MCU fans ain't necessarily checking for me. They checking for you, though. They checking for you, and you Black. And part of your niche in this is you Black. Well, let that be what it is. But use it to your people's advantage. Don't just use it to your individual advantage. As in, educate our people on who these characters are. Don't leave it up to me to tell people Sam 6'2", 250. You do that. Don't leave it up to me to tell folks that Battlestar is still living. You do that. Don't leave it up to me to tell folks that Battlestar is stronger than John Walker and then whoop John Walker's ass. That ain't, no. You do that. You do that. Also, don't leave it up to me to tell folks that John Walker has actually beat Steve. He's actually stronger than Steve. No, you are the one that's the MCU fan. You are the one that's the MCU stan. So it's your responsibility to tell our people the differences between their representation in the MCU and their representation in the comics. It ain't mine. It ain't mine. It's yours. Don't rep the MCU to bash those that know the difference between the comics and the MCU. No, use your love of the MCU to educate people on the differences between the MCU and the comics. That's more content for your channels. It is. Here we go. Vice telling folks that they should just watch Ironheart. Vice telling folks that, well, the white folks that don't like Ironheart are racist, and the black folks that don't like Ironhearts don't read comic books. How about you do a comic book review of the Ironheart series? Yeah, start from issue 1 and go all the way through. How about you do that? Mind you, I thought about doing it, but why? Why am I thinking about doing that? Why would I, as someone who don't read comic books, don't like the character, why would I say to myself, hey, let me educate the masses on the character? Why would I do that? What's my dog in the fight? Oh, as my brother Daryl would say, edutainment. Educate the masses so that they can make informed opinions as opposed to misinformed opinions. See, that would be me just throwing it out there like the pastor says on Sunday. You see what I'm saying? Like the preacher says on Sunday, go read the book for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Quite a few of us want folks to just take our word for it and go on about their business. No, I don't get down like that. No. Go read the good book for yourself. It's right there. Then you can make whatever decision you want to make. At the very least, it will be an informed decision. And at the end of the day, that's what we should want for our brothers and sisters, making informed decisions, vice making decisions like sheep. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Keep up with these notes. Let me see. I agree with that wholeheartedly. S. should go watch that video. The racist and misogynist assault on Ironheart is worse than moves done to the Little Mermaid. Absolutely, I agree with that, Grand Madam. The bigots and misogynists are small but vocal contingent. Disney amplifies to get casuals to watch as a reaction. Sadly, it works because way too many. Sadly, it works because too many casuals fall for it easily. Absolutely, Kamoyo. Grand Madam, in my case, I'm just not interested in Ironheart. I understand that, Mr. Martin. Of course they do. They are MAGA, easily made idiotic. Absolutely. Blackness versus performative blackness. Who are you? There you go. I want my grandniece and grandnephew to see Ironheart. Here comes my second Disney bill. Here's the thing. and this is what, see, now I'm going to get into it for real. Here's what is not being said by way too many of us that's out here in the community. Well, who created Riri Williams? I just did a video last night. Right, it wasn't us. Just like it wasn't us that created T'Challa. But what, and see, this is the whole thing that I talk about, which people don't care about until it's theirs. What was his inspiration for creating Riri? Who was he imagining when he created her? Now you'll have us get out there, and that's why I said I be looking at us, and there are some of us that not only we're content creators, but we're comic book creators too. There are those of us that have so much to say that have created characters, and I'm asking myself, because I've created my own, not to the level, but I know damn good and well you would lose your ish if someone altered your character like that. You would. Because when I listen to y'all talk about your products, you take a lot of pride in what you created. A lot of pride. And what you don't do is give the creator of other characters the respect you would want yourself. Here we go. Let's play. Blue Marvel. Kevin Grivio. Now, we need to understand to a degree, Blue Marvel is him. Look at his bio. Look at his bio. He didn't just play sports. Oh no, he's smart. No, he just plays sports. Oh no, his brain way out there. Actor, director. Like, we don't need to do that. And so he creates Blue Marble. Who is Blue Marble? Oh, he's an Army veteran. Smart as hell too. How smart? Well, we know how we talking about Doom, what is it? Doomsday and Secret Wars? Right. Well, see, this is when you don't notice if you don't read comics. Read Tony, Doctor Strange, they couldn't stop the planets from hitting each other like that. They couldn't stop it. You know who could? Adam Brashear, Blue Marble. He said, hey, why y'all didn't come to me with this? Yeah, I saw this a long damn time ago. So right off the rip, without anybody telling you, putting it out there in black and white, the writers have told you Adam Brashear is smarter than Reed. The same writers who told us T'Challa is a peer to Reed via Reed himself, a different comic book with Reed and Adam Brashear. Reed admits, yeah, he could have stopped it. So you got one brother that's on the same level as Reed and another brother that's more intelligent than Reed. Okay, so now if I'm a comic book fan, I am, and I know that's what that is. I do. Okay, so what representation of Adam Brashear you good with? Do you want the Adam Brashear that's in the comic books? Or do you just want an Adam Brashear that played football? Do you want the Adam Brashear that's in the comic books? Or do you just want an Adam Brashear that got caught up in an explosion? Do you want an Adam Brashear that actually has a son who has superpowers? Or do you want an Adam Brashear where the son don't exist? Do you want the Adam Brashear who easily, watch where I go with this one, because of his power set, then one shot at the Hulk. Watch where we go with this one. He didn't beat King Hyperion. You want me to keep going? Because I know Marvel would not like this. He's more, well, I'm gonna say it like this. He's stronger than the Sentry. Which Adam Brashear do you want? Do you want what's in the comic books, or do you want as a this us now? This us. This us. Or do you want a watered down, nerf version of Adam Brashear that don't know where he got his powers from? Anybody and everybody can whoop his ass. His son don't exist. He got some other type of superpowers and everything like that. And we ain't even looking at him like that. When they mention Adam Brashear, do you want them to talk about he had to stand down when he was a superhero during the civil rights era? Or do you just want them to glaze past that altogether because to a degree that don't concern you? You don't care. It don't matter to you. That part of his story does not matter to you. Mind you, these are all rhetorical questions. I ask them because I'm trying to figure out if I read comic books, like so many people love to say we don't do in regards to Riri Williams. Well, what part of the Riri Williams story was I supposed to be upset about? You gonna tell folks that it's the same suit of armor, but you're not gonna tell folks what it was inspired by. That's irresponsible journalism. It's always been irresponsible journalism. No differently than if you're gonna talk about Riri Williams and talk about an AI. Why does Shorty have an AI called the Griot? That's on Ryan Coogler's watch. Mind you, that's African culture we're talking about too. So we literally got a black writer that, to a degree, don't give two damns about black culture. But if a black person calls it out, they're wrong. They hate, are they? Or are they able to speak on something you didn't know existed? So few folks objected when they diminished the child's intellectual genius. What should we expect? That's interesting. I didn't know that. I forgot Bender's story, but I think his intentions are positive. Yeah. Paul, fair enough. Don't think black fans need to watch every black project. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. I was lukewarm on Riri, but making her ghetto and using the hood, yeah, I'm out. That's it. That's it. And my thing is, and I don't know how to do this. When do you get to the point where you expect better for yourself? I asked this question, and no, for whatever reason, we don't want to give a clear-cut answer, and I don't understand that, because you can give me a clear-cut answer for everybody else. So I'm not really understanding it. You don't know your characters like you know somebody else's characters. When do you start asking for your characters to get the same type of respect that everybody else's characters get? You know Riri Williams isn't from the hood. That's not important. It don't matter. Just long as we got Riri Williams. Why? Why won't we fight for accuracy? Why we keep saying, just take it? But that's literally what we keep telling one another to do. Bend over and take it. For what? I got a right to demand the same execution when it comes to my characters that somebody else got. And I have a right to criticize it when I don't get it, just like everybody. I keep saying Batman Forever. You're not telling fans that critique Batman Forever they were wrong. Well, why am I wrong for critiquing Captain America 4? Why am I wrong for critiquing Ironheart? Hell, they sat up there and had a whole damn Batgirl movie that they trashed. A whole movie already made. They never released it. They never released it. So because it'd be one damn thing if I'm not able to articulate specifically the problems that I have with this project. But if you just asking me to consume it just because it's black, damn. So I just need to go along with what Snoop say right now, huh? I just need to go along with what Rick Ross say. Oh, hell, let me be a Diddy fan right now. Oh, you know what? I like this one better. Let me just say R. Kelly is innocent. No, that's too hard, right? All right, I'll go along with this because y'all gonna say that one. Okay, here we go. Jason Whitlock is a saint. I like Candace Owens. Yeah, they both black, right? if that's the end all say all, right? Because that's what we being asked to do. Black, root for it. Okay. Byron Daniels. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan. You don't know about him. What's going on, Miss Kent? Where they say they would give Adam cornrow and a black suit. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this back home. I don't dislike Ryan Coogler. I think it's unfair to to use that broad stroke that folks, and I'm not talking about the racists, they who they are, but to say that everybody else doesn't know, yeah, we do know. We do know. And the fact that we're able to point out specifically that we do know, it then puts the pressure back on you. Why you lying? See, we ain't got to lie. We ain't got to disparage. But why you lying? Anytime you go so hard to Riri's origin story, this ain't in her Disney Plus series. Her origin story, which did not have a damn thing to do with the character, was in Black Panther 2. So we not gonna work it backwards. See, Riri Williams, Ironheart takes place after Black Panther 2. So we not gonna work it backwards. And we not gonna insult comic book fans' intelligence by working it backwards. Oh no, Riri didn't already had 2 suits of armor. This would be Mach 3. And I know damn good and well, you, as the credible comic book fan you say you are, done convince people to be, I know damn good and well you ain't comparing her Mark 1 armor in the comics to her Mark 3 armor in the, because if you are, that shows folks you are staying. The fact that you quote in the comics when there is no Tony Stark artificial intelligence in the Disney Plus series marks you as a stand. You're going above and beyond to compare the series to the comics when the series ain't got a damn thing to do with the comics. Why? Yelling loud don't make you right. Yelling don't make you right. Scowling into the camera, scowling into the camera don't make you right. Looking sarcastic like that, look blasé attitude, that don't make you right. It does make you entertaining though. Now it do make you entertaining. Marvel Studios want to pay creators by not portraying the character event. Would say not Whitlock. I'm just saying, like, that's what it seemed to be said. Folks seem to be like, well, I got to like it because it's black. Okay, well, I guess we're applying that to everything. I'm a Jason Whitlock fan. I'm a Candace Owens fan. I'm a Byron Daniels fan. As a matter of fact, hell, let me go ahead. Never mind. See, I'm about to say something I ain't got no business saying. I'm about to say something. I ain't gonna do that. But no, stop that. Stop trying to stop doing that. No, you know damn good and well. No, not doing that. Not doing that. So learn to respect folks' creations, which I would think creators would just automatically have a respect for one another's creations. Like I just would think. Like my brother Darryl got this character that he created that looked like him. You see when we be doing the lines and everything like that. I would never just take that character that my brother created and just do what the hell I want to do with that damn character. Disney treating this show as a throwaway. So why some folks going so hard to defend it? I don't know. I'm gonna tell you the show, that damn show treated like a throwaway. I'm gonna do a live on it later on, but y'all stay tuned for this 1-800 Black Hero video that's gonna drop. Me and the missus working on it and everything like that. So you mean the upcoming Simon Williams project ain't got a damn thing to do with what's going on right now? Wow. It ain't got a damn thing to do with what's going on right now. And it ain't gonna have a shout out to Juju. And it ain't gonna have a damn thing to do with what's going on later. But for whatever reason, paycheck, my brother, right? And I get it because Hollywood got us out here struggling right now. My brother then did a series with a character that ain't going nowhere in the MCU. He ain't going nowhere in the MCU. This character don't look like him in the comics. They not gonna drop no action figure that look like. You know what's gonna be funny in all of this? The same folks that's telling us right now to watch Riri Williams Ironheart gonna be the same folks telling us to watch Simon Williams Wonder Man. Y'all got stock in the MCU. You know what? Here we go. I'm gonna say it like this. No, big bank take little bank. Theo, don't do it. Cause me and Kamoyo was talking about this. You want me to change my tune? You want me to change my tune? Because I see what's going on around here. I'm gonna need what everybody else got. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna need twice as much as what they got. Me and my brother both. You want us to change our tune? We need, you know what, never mind, because I like me and my brother's value. You need me to change my tune. Me and my brother need 4 times as much what everybody else got. 4 times as much. We need that. It's not a negotiation. It's not, because we're not gonna keep. It's too easy to show when folks lying. Yeah, I ain't got to call no names. I ain't got to lie. It's too easy for me to just, cause it be right there. I'm not changing my tune. I'm not. You ain't got it. This American environment of disrespect is causing a lot of unnecessary pain in areas of life. The pushback will be frightening, and that's what I'm scared of. If I'm scared of something, that I'm just gonna be in my house, grandmaster, because I'm like, ooh, I saw this coming a long time ago. We'll say, Miss Kent, I do dislike him. His disrespect towards Black Panthers fans on one of the recasts, he basically laughed. Which is, that's a deep dive in and of itself, Miss Kent. If I know the characters, and maybe that's what it is, I've been cursed with great knowledge, or at the very least, a long-term memory. I'm trying to figure out, what is it I'm supposed to be excited about? If I break this thing down, and I have, Marvel's representation of us ain't that good. And I'm sitting here looking at it for them like, you know it ain't. You can like Marvel. You can be a Black person. You can like the MCU. You can't explain to me what's going on with James Rhodes. You can't. If you tell me you a comic book fan, you a Black comic book fan, you got a hard time explaining to me what transpired in Captain America Civil War at the end of the movie. Don't tell me you're a Black Panther fan, because now I'm trying to figure out, well, how much sense does it make for Claw to tell us in Age of Ultron he got maimed for stealing, lose his left arm? You know that's T'Challa's job. And then for him to see Zemo in Civil War and him not even maim Zemo for deleting his father. You asking me to do a lot as a Black person. You may not care. You may not be aware. You asking me to do a lot as a Black veteran to condone what happened in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And this is when I'm being asked, as the Black MCU fan, I'm being asked by the Black MCU fan to care more about their Black fandom with the MCU than my Black knowledge in regards of the Marvel comic book characters and my own life experiences. They're asking me to look past that. They're asking me to accept that Sam was struggling financially when I, as a black veteran, know better. I'm being asked by younger black people to look past that. I'm being asked to look beyond the fact that Rhodey is still paralyzed. Like the black MCU stand, they've accepted that. And they're wanting me to do it. Why? Because you did it? You asking me to do too much. I want good writing. You accepted Captain America 4. I rejected it because that writing was horrible. Keep saying I'm a comic book fan. Well, the comic books ain't have a damn thing to do with the Red Hulk and the leader. Where was Crossbones? Oh, my bad, he gone. Demolition Man. Oh, they deleted him too. Zemo, who's literally still in the MCU. My bad, he two-stepping somewhere. So I'm sitting up here and I'm like, I know the comics, but you gonna go above and beyond as a fellow black content provider to disparage those of us that know better? Seemed kind of self-serving to me, but hey, it is what it is. In Center's real life, they feed on black struggle. Mind you, once again, did I say anything bad about Centers? No. I said it was good. It made sense. I like what I read. Me and the missus was supposed to go this weekend to go check it out. We had some business we had to take care of. I was going to come back. I prepared to do a immediate out the movie review, tell folks what I thought about it, because I'm thinking I ain't going to have nothing but good stuff to say about it and everything like that. But it didn't happen. So I'm able to be objective. Well, I don't think there's quite a few of us not doing that, but it is what it is. That said, I didn't want to stay here too long. I didn't want to belabor the point. If y'all have not hit that like button, if you could, some folks have tuned in, haven't really hit the like button. That's okay. Video wasn't really for everybody. But I hope you got from this video what was intended. Coogler Clarification. I don't know the man to dislike him. I can look at his works of art and constructively criticize him. Some of his works of art ain't no misses. Other works of art, yeah. But you should be able to, if you're a fan of his, find the consistent theme through all of his works of art. Well, those things don't fit every work of art. You just don't. I'm not gonna be the stand. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Do you know what that? You know what it be? I'm not a Pittsburgh Steelers stand. Big difference. See, me being a Pittsburgh Steelers stand would be me saying something like this: we're going to the Super Bowl this year. Definitely making the playoffs. Definitely. That's me being a Pittsburgh Steelers stand. Saying stuff like, we going to the Super Bowl this year, definitely making the playoffs, if nothing else. Me being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan means I've looked at our football team. I see what's there. I see what's not there. And I'm sitting up here like this. Hopefully we can get to another 500 season. Those are realistic expectations. See what I'm saying? I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Look, I'm out. Thank y'all so much for rocking with a brother. Make sure you got your notifications on and everything like that. We are coming your way later on today with Absolute Green Lantern issue 2. Yeah. We got that. We got that coming and everything like that. And at some point in time, we are going to be coming to you with Blackest Night issue 5. Yeah. We got that. We got that. We got that. We're gonna bring that to way and everything like that. And let me just say this. Get on up out of here. Don't wait on anybody to educate you on these heroes. Don't. I'm saying that about myself. Go get that knowledge. Because once you get it, can't nobody take it away from you. Go get the knowledge. Whatever your favorite character is, go get that knowledge. Whether it's you visiting your local comic book store, whether it's you getting Marvel Unlimited, whether it's you getting that DC app and everything, learn about your characters, because I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, as we sit here, what is it, May 20th, May 20th, 2025, everybody not going to keep it a buck with you in regards to these characters. Not even those of us that look like one another. Everybody not going to do it. There are those of us that's got our own agendas and everything like that. So go get the knowledge for yourself. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. We coming back. In the meantime, in between time till next time, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment and everything like that. Share the video. And remember the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. I wish each and every last one of you, whether we talking or not, it's for the culture. Whether we get along or not, this ain't got nothing to do with us individually. It's the culture. I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.